Forests are an integral part of life. They protect us, filter the air, and nourish the land. Forests offer food, water, and health. They provide shelter, jobs, and income. They also build and strengthen communities, provide recreation and spiritual healing, and teach and build character. Forests cover around 60% of Taiwan's 36,000 square kilometer landmass. As stewards of these forests, we study their ecology and impact, and use expert management and techniques to develop forestry culture and ethics. We are all children of the forests. We are sustainably managing this resource to safeguard our well-being for generations to come. The Forestry Bureau is Taiwan's highest forestry management agency. The Bureau has maintained a vigil over our forests for over 7 decades, managing Taiwan's forest resources in line with changing needs and expectations. Key tasks of today's Forestry Bureau include regularly surveying forestry resources, developing and executing forestry management plans, managing reforestation and forestry utilization, conserving and administering forest land, carrying out related disaster prevention and restoration work, promoting forest ecotourism and education, promoting community wildlife conservation, and collecting and using aerial survey data. The 2,400 employees of the Forestry Bureau work on Taiwan and its offshore islands in the Bureau's 8 Forest District offices, the Aerial Survey Office, and 35 workstations. These guardians of the forests prevent natural and man-made disasters and build a healthy, recreational, and community-based forest. They are our forest's first line of defense. Each official Bureau Ranger oversees some 22 hectares of forest land. Regularly traversing forests on foot to stop logging and other illicit activities, they check up on forest resources and reforestation, advance wildlife conservation efforts, inspect trails, and even join in search and rescue and firefighting work when necessary. They truly stand with the forests. Taiwan is blessed with rare and exceptional timber, wildlife, and ecological resources. These natural gems are naturally coveted by unscrupulous opportunists. The Forestry Bureau's Remote Mountain Task Force, together with the 7th Division Forest Police Corps, under the MOI's Special Police First Headquarters, conducts regular 5 to 7 day inspections on foot of Taiwan's hard-to-reach mountain forests to protect and keep regular tabs on national forest land. Annual ICS disaster preparedness exercises keep Bureau staff fully trained. Randomly generated virtual forest fires and regularly updated field reports are quickly targeted by the Bureau's Fire Command Center, which leads the coordinated targeted effort of the National Airborne Service Corps and local fire brigades. Airborne and land-based firefighting assets are fully focused on bringing forest fires quickly under control. The Forestry Bureau regularly implements large-scale forest inventory surveys to elicit the current condition of forests. The 4th National Forest Inventory Survey, which ended in late 2014, provided a timely picture of forest coverage, growing stock, and garbage storage volumes. This survey also provided baseline data for a long-term forest monitoring system that will track changes even more closely. Forestry Bureau staff leverage specialization and teamwork, follow meticulously developed plans, and use state-of-the-art instrumentation to conduct their critical survey work in remote forest habitats, giving Taiwan's forests a comprehensive sector-by-sector checkup. Apart from collecting data on every tree in all designated sample sectors, forest inventory surveys carefully record information on wild animal life such as sightings, feces, and other observations. Images encoded with GPS location information fix sightings with map data. Also, digital recordings of bird calls are coded by species and used to create the population and distribution tables that are used by conservationists and researchers. From each tree to each sampled sector to every corner of Taiwan, every tree species and its vital statistics has been filed and saved. This database is Taiwan's forests, a vital benchmark for sustainable forest and land management practices and policies. In the past, trees were felled for their useful and valuable timber. Today, forests are planted and sustainably managed. Apart from their timber resources, forests are our allies in the fight against global warming and the effects of climate change. Promoting the health and sustainability of forests is thus a key issue in modern forestry research. Forestry research agencies have long worked side by side with the Forestry Bureau in a strong, effective model of cooperation. From sapling nurseries to reforestation, thinning, and nurturing efforts, the large quantities of accumulated data support an increasingly comprehensive and effective effort. Reforestation on national forest land is a long-term national policy objective. The Bureau's 25 reforestation centers raise some 11 million tree saplings yearly. Today, over 295,000 hectares of national forest land have been successfully reforested. Apart from filtering the air we breathe, trees stabilize soils and promote water conservation. Thus, reforestation work specifically targets areas prone to landslides and degradation in order to promote water and soil conservation and to reinvigorate the land. Thinning is an important step in successful reforestation. Thinning reduces competition for nutrients and gives trees the space they need, encouraging healthy growth, improving timber quality, and reducing deadwood to enhance the vigor and health of our forests. Reforestation and conservation efforts, comprehensive forest management practices, and disease and invasive species control measures protect the health of our forests and ensure that Taiwan's forests continue to safeguard our health. Climate change is putting Taiwan increasingly in harm's way, with stronger typhoons and torrential rains. Taiwan's steep slopes, geological youth, myriad tectonic faults, and frequent earthquakes make erosion and landslides serious endemic problems. Early soil conservation projects constructed reinforced concrete silt dams, ground sills, coastal walls, and embankments that damaged local ecosystems and habitats. Today, all disaster prevention works must be conservation-friendly. The Forestry Bureau's ongoing eco-projects install protective works using natural materials and designs to minimize the impact on indigenous wildlife, while ensuring the safety and sustainability of national forest land. From 2003 through 2014, 1,598 hectares of land suffered from landslides or collapse events, moving some 50.16 million cubic meters of earth downwards. Rapidly implemented response measures, along with rectification, eco-restoration, and coastal forest reforestation programs, enhance the resilience of our forests and break the incessant cycle of disaster. Taiwan's diverse topology and ecosystems support a profuse variety of flora and fauna. Wildlife conservation has always been central to the Forestry Bureau's mission. The Bureau's 22 nature reserves, 20 wildlife refuges, 37 major wildlife habitats, 6 forest reserves, and 9 ecological education centers. All help manage and protect our precious natural resources while conserving species and habitat diversity. Apart from promoting nature conservation, the Forestry Bureau rescues and nurses wildlife back to health and works to eliminate invasive species. From saving sea turtles and dolphins to eradicating brown anole and myluminate vines in the wild. The Forestry Bureau's concerns extend beyond forest and forest land administration to the conservation of critical wildlife species diversity. Apart from conserving forest ecosystems, the Bureau promotes harmonious relations between humans and the natural environment. The Forestry Bureau's Community Forestry Program trains community-based conservationists for involvement in conservation initiatives that protect local ecosystems and maintain historical heritage resources as the foundation of eco-sector businesses. Furthermore, community volunteers are organized to promote locally oriented ecotourism and eco-business opportunities, providing the space and vigor necessary to achieve local economic sustainability. The 2,000 projects executed by over 1,000 communities have inventoried natural resources, heritage skills, and cultural assets, trained up critical community-based talent, organized forest inspection and survey teams, formalized ecotourism itineraries, developed locally based eco-businesses, and implemented indigenous benefit-sharing schemes. Community-supported forest conservation helps restore the traditional balance between communities and neighboring forests, fosters participation in ecotourism, and promotes community-supported protected areas, achieving mutual sustainability and opening the door on new opportunities for the Satoyama Initiative. The relationship between humans and nature is close-knit and dynamic. From our earliest use of forests to satisfy our needs for sustenance and safety, we now see forests as destinations for recreation and leisure, health and therapeutic experiences, and education and outdoor activities. In the past, inter-village communication and the needs of early commerce required walking steep mountain ridges and crossing rough-hewn forest trails. The Forestry Bureau's National Trail System today links 154 trails into a 700-kilometer-long network that breathes new meaning and purpose into Taiwan's historic heritage trails. Traversing Taiwan's 18 forest recreation areas, these trails welcome 4 million visitors each year, providing safe and healthy recreation that is now further enhanced by barrier-free access. Forest recreation areas and the National Trail System bring us into closer communion with nature, help us better understand local culture, keep us healthy, and popularize and promote ecotourism. Apart from putting us back in touch with nature, the Forestry Bureau has created an integrated forest education resources platform that promotes public forestry education, explaining the concept and details of forest management in order to increase public awareness and participation. Taiwan's 8 nature centers engage visitors' curiosity about nature with information targeting the 3 aspects of learning in the forest, learning about the forest, and learning for the forest. 100,000 visitors have joined the center's guided field tours, theme activities, special topic seminars, special projects, eco-interpretation sessions, and other programs. These help instill sustainable concepts and elicit broader public support for the Bureau's forest conservation goals. Forests are complex organic communities that include not only trees and land, but also the flora and fauna that call forests their home. All influence and impact the forest ecology. Forests are essential not only to the cycle of nature, but also to global sustainability and health. Forest management practices greatly affect climate change, carbon storage levels, water conservation, and air quality. They also affect forestry products and services, business diversification, and future green tech opportunities. How we manage our forests today affects not only our current quality of life, but also the survival of coming generations. Forests are so close, yet seem so far removed from our experience. Forests were once used for our exclusive benefit. The past and the present of Taiwan's forests reflect the complexities of life. Looking to the future, let us commit to treating the forests within the framework of sustainability and humbly work together to write a new Taiwan story of shared diversity and community in healthy harmony with nature.